What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. We are in Warframe. We're going to talk about the MARELOK today. This is going to be a new build guide setup. I'm going to try something like what we're going to call basically a live guide, semi-live guide, if you will. And I want to show you a way through a number of different ways you can build a weapon. These are all obviously focused off of my type of gameplay, my type of style. But really what I want to try to relay in this is that there are so many different ways you can put a weapon together that nobody can really tell you the specific way something has to be done. Everything can be done effectively. If you want to focus on something specific, you can. If you don't want to focus on something specific, you don't have to. My builds are generally over all builds. And the three builds that I'm going to show you in this live presentation are all overall somewhat focused. You'll see as we go through it. So hopefully enjoy this new style. If you do, let me know. We'll do this in future videos on other weapons as well, so you can really see the different ways that I run around and play the weapon at any given time. Alright, so let's get into this. We're going to go over here to the MARELOK and we're going to go to the upgrade. And as you can see, we've got an open configuration right now. We're going to live configure right here, and then I've also got an A and a B I just want to show you as well and kind of explain it to you. So you're looking at the stats on the left-hand side: accuracy 10, critical chance 15, critical multiplier 1.5, fire rates 2, magazine 6, reloads 1.7. Really nice status effect here, 30%. Impact 80, puncture 16, slash 64. So even the basic damage is not bad at all. And what we're going to do is we're going to focus this one on raw damage to the weapon. Again, I'm going to try to go as fast as I can, but you guys know how I like to be very detailed in what I do, so you understand why I'm doing it. So we're going to start out with Hornet Strike. This is our max base damage mod here, 220%. It takes forever to get this thing up to this level, but when you do, you will be very happy with it this way. Impact, puncture, slash, you see, goes up very, very nicely, making this weapon right off the bat a beautiful, beautiful weapon. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add in our multi-shots here. So barrel diffusion, 120% multi-shot, and not only do you see impact, puncture, slash basically double, you now see our status effect almost double. Okay, multi-shot mods will increase your status chance at all times. Okay, just keep that in mind. So with that in mind, we're going to also add in lethal torrent, another 60% multi-shot and a 60% fire rate increase. In this particular case, these two together are going to give me a 63.2% status effect, and that is all I'm going to need with this raw damage. As well, as you can see, our numbers have significantly increased off our basic raw damage. So with this, if we're looking at 63.5% status chance, we're going to have a stagger effect from the impact, a negative damage effect from the puncture, and a bleed out effect from the slash, okay, at a 63% rate. So that's pretty good in my opinion. Now what we want to do though is we want to focus a little bit more raw damage, like I said. So we're going to take concussion rounds, giving us another 60% on the impact, okay, and we're going to actually come down here and you're going to see me do a couple weird things on this one. Razor shot to increase our slash damage, because these are our two bigger damage points of this weapon, and then to offset some of the negative effect of puncture, well, I wouldn't say negative effect, but lack of damage there on puncture, I'm actually going to add in a seeker mod for this one. If I had 4 configurations, you'd be able to see all 4, so we're going to do this one twice here, and this is going to give me a 2.1 punch through, or in real raw terms of effect, up to 3 enemies that can be shot through at any one given time. And this is going to give you a really nice overall build. You can take it anywhere you want to if you want to. But if you want to, and you don't want to use a seeker mod, we can also do it this way as well. So we're going to go find our maximum puncture. We're going to add that in here. So now we've increased our puncture, but we still have 10 points we can work with. So we're going to find a Magnum Force mod, which is a corrupted mod. We're going to put that on. We're going to increase our damage by another 42%, because I've only got a level 10 here, and then negative accuracy of 21%. But on this case, we're not going to lose that much accuracy where you're going to even notice a difference. But if you look at these numbers, out of 6 in the magazine, you're going to most likely proc at least 3 times in that magazine shot. So we're off of overall damage. We want to go over to a focused type of damage. Okay, So in this case, you're going to see accuracy is going to go back up here. Our status of chance is where we're going to focus in. So 95% status chance using the same 3 core mods and 2 elements in this case. So we're going to focus on viral here, in which case I used frostbite and deep freeze, and then pistol pestilence with pathogen rounds. Now the reason I did it this way is because pathogen rounds offers me a 90% max extra poison damage, where deep freeze, if we look at the max deep freeze, you're only going to get 60% additional freeze damage out of it. So you're going to overall maximize your setup with the pathogen rounds versus the deep freeze. Obviously, if you don't have this mod yet, when you get a chance to get it, then you can utilize this. Even, let me just see here, even if you didn't use this, say you take that off, okay, you still got a 2500% 2500 damage on here with an 84% status effect. But you can obviously, as we do this live, watch this, we can just come in here, let's go ahead and just add maybe add, there you go, the full deep freeze on here. So we're still getting a really nice viral on here, if you will, and this will be the same way with any of the different elements that you put on here. So let me just go back just so you can see what I'm talking about. Frostbite. So we're going to put that back to the way it was. Now let's say we wanted to run this with swap convulsion with pathogen rounds. So now we're going to have viral and electricity, so if you want to go that way, but we want to focus right here on just one specific one. There we go, magnetic. So you've got raw base damage, which is going to take out your health, and you've got magnetic for shields. Beautiful setup right here that'll run against almost any enemy as well. So that's just one way you can do it, is just simply switching around the cards. Now if you want to focus on double elements, this is a nice way to do double elements, as you can see, and you're going to maximize your status effect here as well. Same 3 basic cards, and then we're going to add our 4 dual stat elements, which you don't even need, and I had a little extra space, so I put razor shot. And just to show you what I'm talking about here, let's say we take off this frostbite and we just put on a rank 6 freeze damage here, so just a 30%. Oh look, my status effect is still 99%. So frostbite doesn't even really matter in this case. So we can just, you know, if you don't have it all, but you're going to see the numbers change a little, obviously, but overall you've got it this way. And if you don't want to run, let's say in this case I'm running blast and magnetic, and let me just do this to make it a little easier for you to see what we're doing here, hopefully. So we got blast and corrosive here. If you don't like that combination, just simply swap your cards around, and we got a gas and magnetic. Don't like it that way, swap it this way, and we got viral and radiation. All really good chances, obviously, to run against anything, all with 100% proccing ability. So these are all different ways you can do it. I myself have, like I said, I'm running them all just the way I like them. I'm running all 3 of these builds at any given time. You would never know which one I'm running. All 3 are effective against almost any enemy, in my opinion. So this is how I've got this MARELOK set up. 0 forma. You can forma the heck out of this and really do whatever else you want to if you wanted to. It's totally up to you. Hopefully you liked this. Hit that like button if you did. Any comments, questions, anything like that below, please feel free to leave them. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching.